Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
There's only 2 of us. Tracy was asking if Ginger was going to be here today. No, she is still sick.
Poor girl. She is sick.
She has been feeling kind of run down for a couple days now, and today I think it just all hit the head for her. She's just exhausted and just not feeling good at all.
Which is so weird, isn't it? It was weird to see that from Ginger.
Because she's always there. What?
She's always there, and she's always like, hey, how's it going? And once in a while, Mel and I will be like, I'm feeling kind of crummy today.
Yes.
But Ginger's usually the one who's always bubbly and happy and
chipper.
But yeah, she's not feeling good, poor thing. So hopefully whatever she's got will get gone soon.
Work its way through her system. So we've got in here, it looks like, so Michelle and Vicky were here early.
Hi, Michelle. Hi, guys. I did see their names in there quite early.
And Michelle number 2. So it's Michelle Mosaics and More, and then Michelle, who's Trey Scott. No, Michelle Trey Scott. Trey Scott.
No, Dawn is Trey Scott.
Yeah. I'm thinking Redneck, I think, is Michelle.
Yeah, she's a Michelle.
Okay. So sorry, you guys.
So Doris is here. Hi, Doris.
Hi, Doris. So actually, Doris, if you don't know, Doris has got some videos up now.
Oh, I think I did know that. And actually, I wanted to show something to Doris. I'm so glad you're here tonight, Doris, because you had sent me some Happy Mail a few months ago, and I made a blanket out of it.
Ooh, isn't that beautiful? I've been watching her. She's like been sending us progress pictures. I have been enjoying this thoroughly. That is such a gorgeous blanket.
I love it. I used the Karen Simply Soft, and I kind of used a little bit bigger hook than was recommended, and it's just corner to corner, but it made it such a nice drape.
Well, and that Simply Soft is exactly what it says.
It's so
simply soft.
It should be Simply Silky Soft. It's so.
Yes, it is silky. I agree.
It is. It's like liquid yarn.
So, and I'm going to go through names here in a minute. But speaking of soft, I understand that you got to check out a certain type of yarn.
I did. Okay. Why was I? Oh, I can tell you why. I was like, why was I not at work? It was Tuesday, and we had no internet in my office. Okay. So I worked from home a lot in the morning, and I got as much done at home online as I could, and I saved it all to a thumb drive. And then I went into the office and I printed out everything I could, and I was like, maybe the internet will come back. We'll see. But it didn't. So my boss is like, all right, let's call it a day. Let's go home. And so I said, all right, I think I'll head down to the Parkway and go down to Michael's. And so I did. And I got to go to Michael's and find cloud cakes. They finally have cloud cakes at my Michael's now.
So did they have
squishing it? I'm on a little bit of a spending free, so I didn't buy any, but I was squishing the Charmin a little bit.
Yeah, it is like crazy soft and squishy. You guys, I actually have a haul video that's coming out Tuesday where I got some, and yeah, I talk about that. I can't stop talking about it. Like, oh my god, it's so squishy.
It is really soft. So if you guys have not tried the Karen cloud cake, go check it out because it is so soft. I have not used it yet though. Have you used it, Mel?
Oh, I'm in the process. I'm using it on this. What we're both doing.
I knew she was. I was just giving her an opening.
That's right. So this is the back. That's the back. But I'm using it on. I have decided to, because I do want to learn more Tunisian stitches. So I've decided, Julie and I are both, and Ginger, I'm pretty sure, but she hasn't been feeling up to making anything lately. She's been sleeping. But the Tunisian, totally Tunisian
calendar
blanket. Yeah, that Jaden Stitches is doing. So this is my first square. I still got to do, because my count's not coming out right in this side of the border, so I need to work that out. But I'm doing the border. But so I've got this wine color is going to be one of the square part, and then I took a picture of it to send it to you. But the other part here,
Mel, it sounds like we've got a bad peep in the chat.
Oh, okay. Hang on a second here. Oh, yeah, we have a okay, give me I thought I did, Doris, but hang on just a minute. I have to get over to I've got to mute you y'all real quick. And then I got to go over to YouTube and pull up the chat there so I can do that, Doris. Okay, give me just a minute.
So while Mel is doing
sorry
that, everybody's thinking of Ginger. Lisa Knits has said, Julie, you didn't do your live on Tuesday night. That is true, Lisa. I didn't. I was having some technical issues, so I didn't do my live.
All right, I need to come over here.
Mel's talking to her computer. I thought she was talking to me. I don't know, guys. I don't know about my Tuesday night lives. It's such a lot of work. I'll keep you posted. I want to have all the time in the world to do all the things I want to do. When I get really excited to start something and then reality hits and it's just too much. I don't know. Do you ever feel like that?
All right. There you are. I got me a moderator now.
Okay.
Did you see who deleted and timed out?
No.
User? It was Yarn Geek. She's in here watching.
Oh, Ginger's watching. Oh, hi, Ginger. We are thinking about you.
Yep, we are. So, and let me change it over to live chat.
Andy says she blocked them.
Thank you, Andy.
So, Sam, we were saying earlier, Ginger's just not feeling good. She's just sick. Poor thing. Yeah, so it's been kind of getting worse every day for the last couple of days for her. And today she kind of just hit the wall. Just not feeling great.
There.
Yeah, just hopefully just a cold or something. She's not sure what's going on yet, but just feeling crummy. Everybody feels that way sometimes. So,
Miss Ginger, if you're still here, if you're not feeling better by tomorrow, go to your doctor, please. Pretty please.
Yep. I have to go to a follow-up next week from my coughing and stuff. Yeah. I don't know about you guys, but I don't know if you've ever tried a nebulizer machine.
My husband did. My husband used to do it though.
Oh, I will never do it again if I can help it. It kept me awake. It gives you insomnia, and it gives you like anxiety. I was all wound up, and it was terrible. So hopefully I never have to use one of those again. I did not like it at all. Terrible.
Yeah, Jeremy actually, he used to prefer that over he had the little purple disc and he did not like that at all.
Yeah. So I haven't used it much. I have one. It's not the purple one, it's orange, but I only used it once because I'm like, I just don't want to get that insomnia again. I hate that.
No, I don't blame you. And that stuff affects you acutely. I mean, you don't even drink that much caffeine, so I can imagine.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that, when I go on Tuesday to talk to the doctor, when I can actually breathe and think clearly, that we can have a good conversation about better options. Yeah. So.
Yes, that would be good. So
yes, breathing is a bonus. Absolutely.
Okay, so I was going to show you real quick. So I've got that wine kind of burgundy color here that I'm using, and then I'm using gray as the trim and how I'm going to put it together. Mm-hmm. And this is going to be for the second square. So it kind of brings in these other two colors.
Yeah. So that is going to be beautiful.
That's what I'm thinking.
I am doing it completely Jada style. I am doing like Red Heart Super Saver bright crazy colors. It's just going to be a little Jada blanket because Jada stuff is always like that. It's like, one of the reasons I like her. I think that I don't know if the people in the chat know that Mel and I are probably Jada's like biggest fans. We just love Jada. She's awesome.
Always trying to catch Jada in stitches. In fact, I watched her organization video where she was setting up reorganizing her like craft room.
Yeah, it was a couple weeks ago she did that one, right?
Yeah, she did it live, and it lasted about 3 hours. But
I know that's the only reason I didn't watch it because I saw it was 3 hours, and I was like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I
I
didn't
love
get
you,
through all
Jada, but I also have, you know, a home and a family and
3 hours.
a job.
Well, I think I put it on while I was working, but I did not catch all of it. But I do want to go through and say hi to people who popped in. I know that we kind of got interrupted myself when I was doing that. But so we got Patty and Jenny and Samantha are all in, and Wanda. Hey everybody.
Hey guys, it's good to see everybody.
And Lisa and Gina and Mary, Tracy. I said Lisa, Amby, Sophie. I'm going through everybody. I want to make sure I catch everybody, so we give you guys a special shout out and hello.
Yeah.
Shelly, freezing over here in Virginia Beach. Look, it's Nightbot. Carol's in the house.
Nightbot. I've got such a mad crush on Nightbot.
I don't blame you.
Whew, that Nightbot.
Yep, it's all those gears. Jeannie and Lori. Hello. Lori's listening in the car.
Oh, hey Lori.
And
Keep
Dawn
your eyes
says,
on the road, hands on the wheel.
yep. She's got us in her ear. And Dawn says to Ginger, we're sending her love. Ashley's here. Hey, Ashley. Lisa. Oh, Ashley got Ginger's hat. She posted it on Instagram, so it looks really good.
Oh, cute.
Well, one of Ginger's made items. Ed's in the house. How are you and the Yarn Fairy doing, Ed?
Fairy.
Dawn,
Do you know?
Dawn, go ahead.
I was thinking about Ed and the Yarn Fairy just this morning. Actually, I was remembering this commercial that used to be on, and it had something to do with a couple meeting each other in the yarn aisle at a craft store. Do you remember that? And they got married, and it showed the woman, and everything she wore was crocheted, and like the whole house was crocheted. This was several years ago.
I seriously need to see if I can find this commercial on YouTube. I need to find. Are you still with me, Jules? Oh, I lost Julie. So let me continue saying hi. Sorry, you guys. Julie will be back in just a minute. Doris, of course, Doris is here. Thank you, my new mod, Doris. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Let me let Julie back in.
It's not a live stream until Julie gets kicked out.
That's right. I did that. Shh, don't tell her, but I did that.
I don't believe you.
Alice is here. Hello, Alice. And Jeannie, everybody loves your blanket, by the way. Everybody loves your blanket.
Thank you, guys.
Maribel, Memphis, or Sam. It's actually Sam and Suze. Hi, everybody. I think I've got most everybody. If I missed you, I apologize. I'm so sorry about that. Sarah's here. Sarah popped in as I was going through. And okay. So I did a quick through. Kitty's here. Mama Kitty's here. Hello. So nice to see you. Hey, when you see Ginge, give her an extra hug from us.
Yeah.
Vicky says, I love Jada along Afghans. I've made all of them since 2017. So, so she's talking about her like calendar blankets.
Yeah. She's done one every year for a long time now.
Yes, a long time.
And this is the first time I've ever participated, and I'm excited about it. I'm like, woohoo!
Yes. Well, and I tried the year that she did the patchwork. I think I got to about May. But see, I got excited about it, and I took off more than I could chew. I'm like, oh, I'm going to make 3 different ones. So I had 3 going at one time. And then I think it was about that time that I started YouTube not too long after that.
Okay, yeah.
So I was like, it just didn't happen. So I was going to do these this year, but it took me so long. It took me, I think, half a week. Now, granted, I work on this a little bit at the time, but to get through this, my hands were cramping so because I'm used to Tunisian crochet and using that long hook.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'm just making one of these because I've got these.
Oh, yeah.
So these balls of yarn, you guys, and I know these have 760 yards. So I've got 3 balls of these, and that's plenty.
Oh, yeah.
Plenty for a blanket. And I have 2 of each color. So I've got 3 more balls, and I'm going to make that into a blanket for row. I've got a little one right here who's in my light, you guys. So I apologize about that.
Yeah, that's okay.
But
Um,
I do know there's a couple of people that that are doing the Jade and Stitches thing too. So
yeah, I'm excited about it.
very excited.
Plus, I want to learn more Tunisian stitches because I only know the one, which
Exactly, just a
in the
simple
first
one.
month. Yeah, I knew
Yeah.
simple stitch. But yours is laying really flat. Did you block it?
No, I have not blocked it. It may be it's this particular yarn.
Yeah, because mine's very curled.
It is well, see, also too, this is a thin, they call it a 4 weight, but it's a thin 4. And
Okay.
then I used a 6 millimeter hook.
Okay.
So that may be why it's still curling up a little bit on the ends
Yeah.
like that. But and I saw where Jada's, it went right,
Oh
like
yeah, that's
right
how
across
mine is.
it
It's
all.
like Taco City. It's like,
Exactly.
but I'm using a 6.5 millimeter, and I'm using like I said, I'm using Super Saver, so that's definitely a 4 weight, kind of stiff yarn. So
Yeah, and this is a very soft. If you look at the yarn itself, you can see it's almost roving without being roving from the halo.
yeah,
Cats are knocking stuff all over the place. My zoo, my zoo. But you see how
yeah,
it's a little bit thicker to thin, not drastically like a roving yarn, but and it's mostly the halo that makes it kind of thicker.
yeah, yeah.
So
Um, Hello Queen says, last year's temperature blanket drop kicked me into crocheting as a hobby. So that's
oh, that's awesome.
awesome.
I love that.
Yeah.
I
Um,
love Hello Queen's greeting, by the way. Her when she comes into a room, greetings, mortals.
Greetings, mortals.
And I
Um,
read it in that kind of voice in my head. I don't know if that's your intent, but that's what comes in my head.
there is a channel that I watch with my husband, and it's this couple, and they go all over the place just looking at different movie locations and things like that. And they are a little bit geared more towards the horror genre, but not always. They do other stuff as well. And I'm trying to think of what it's called. It's Grim something collective. I can't remember, but they're a married couple and they're very goth. And her hair is always different colors. Sometimes it's neon green and sometimes it's hot pink. And but they're very goth and they're so cute together. And he calls her Baby Ghoul. That's what he calls her.
Oh,
So cute.
I love
He's
that.
like, "What do you think, Baby Ghoul? Let's go over here." It wouldn't surprise me if they drove a hearse. They're so funny, but I love to watch them. But
Yeah, yeah.
whenever I see Hello Queen, I think
You
of
think of that.
what's her name? Yeah, from the Grimm Collective. Because yeah, I think of Baby
The baby
Ghoul.
ghoul. Baby ghoul. Hi, buddy. So, anything else you made? The blanket and then the square this week. Anything else from you?
I did. I crocheted up a storm, and actually, I went to Syracuse today. I'm going to shout this out to my friend Jamie because this was a yarn that she's familiar with, and it was Ella Ray. I love Ella Ray. I don't know if you guys have ever used Ella Ray. This is the cozy alpaca. It's just so silky soft.
I
And
think that's the same one, and I don't even see where it is that I made my my first
I don't know, my light is
loose
terrible.
ponytail. But yeah, it's crazy soft. You know
It's
what? After you wash it, it gets even softer.
oh, does it? Is that even possible?
Yep.
So anyway, I went to Syracuse today and I left with a ball of yarn and I got home with a hat. And I just realized, I don't know, can you see what's in there? Probably can't see it.
Oh, a paper clip?
There's a paper clip. I didn't have any stitch markers in the car, so I was using a paper clip that I dug out of the bottom of my purse. Now, granted, I wore this hat in the car in like 20 minutes after I got home, and there was a paper clip inside the whole time.
That means you got thick hair. You didn't feel it.
Yeah, I didn't even feel it. So I crocheted that this week. I crocheted that blanket. I made a blue hat for
Yay!
the blue hat. What you call it?
I need to do that. I made a blue hat, but it's not for.
I put glasses on my mannequin head. I thought it was cute.
I like the glasses.
So I did that, and last but not least, my friend Jada again helped me make some mittens.
I love those mittens.
So these are the Jada and Stitches mittens. She put an applique of snowflakes on hers. I did not do any appliques. But yeah, so I was crocheting up a storm this week.
You did awesome. I did
No.
not make any mittens. And Ginger was making tons of mittens. She was making one hand, but she was still making tons of mittens.
So classic Ginge, right? She
Yeah.
just kept telling us, I made a mitten. I made another mitten. I think she made 4 mittens and none of them are matching.
Yeah, they're all for the same hand. So she's gonna have one warm hand. This is the blue hat that I made, but I did not make it for Hat Not Hate. This was the hat that I made for my niece.
Right.
But it's just a square hat, but when you put it on your head, because you look at that head and you're like, that's a really weird shape for a hat. But
It's like the
when
kitty
you put
hat.
it on your head, it looks like, sorry, give me a second.
Hollow Queen, mittens seem intimidating. Trust me, they're really not. If you can work in the round, you can make mittens. Oh, there's Ro. I've already seen this picture. She's so cute.
So when you put a square hat on your round head, it looks like a hat with kitty cat ears.
Yeah.
So,
And if you put little tiny pom-poms on them, it's even cuter.
it's even cuter, yes. But my niece specifically showed me a hat with the kitty cat ears like that. So, and it was a very simple stitch. She sent me a picture and she said, hey, can you make, we crocheters, we all get this. I know we do. Hey, can you make this for me? It's like,
Yeah.
and it's the one request that I got that I was like, oh, that looks like crazy simple. Whereas about a week later, I get a, hey, can you make this, Mel? And I look at it, I'm like,
no.
if I can find a pattern, and you're about fourth in my list.
Yeah, right. Lisa, that's great. You sold one of your crochet beanies. Awesome.
Yay!
Awesome. Yeah, I made my Hat Not Hate beanie. I don't even know like what this is. I just made it up as I went along. It's kind of got this really goofy
I
pattern.
like it. I think it's cute.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah, I like it. I love it.
I like it. I love it. I want some more of it.
So a couple things I noticed in chat. One, people were commenting on your shawl. They are loving it.
Oh, my Shishi Poo Poo shawl.
Oh, is that the Shishi Poo Poo one?
This is the Shishi Poo Poo one.
It's beautiful. It's gorgeous.
Sometimes I wear it backwards. It's the one with the tassels.
Oh, and then you do that and you put it around you like a collar.
Sometimes I wear it this way.
With like a collar on it and yeah. Ashley says, I have a lot of respect for Jada. I watch her videos when I can't figure out something. Figure out something any other way. But she's not for me. I would have to mainline espresso straight from my heart to be that perky. LOL. She is very, very perky. And it took me a minute to get used to it.
Yeah.
But like you said, it got me to where I got past that and I realized that she breaks everything down so well that what I like, just like you said, what I felt was difficult for me to figure out, it becomes easy with the way she's an excellent educator.
She is an amazing teacher. She really, really is. Yeah. That's what I like about her too. And actually I was watching her last night. Oh, what was I doing? Oh, I'm going to be making a blanket for a friend of mine who is battling breast cancer and she's getting ready to go through treatment again. And she's one of these people who she never thinks about herself. She thinks about everybody else. And when she heard I had some blankets to donate, she took them immediately to the cancer treatment place, some of them, for me. And so I was like, oh, I want to make one just for her. So I learned she likes ocean colors. So I'm going to make a ripple blanket. And so I went on, I was pretty sure I knew how to make it, but I wanted to double check, you know what I mean? And so I went on Jada and I was watching Jada and she's like, okay, let's go. And I was like, okay, Jada, it's 10:30 at night on a Friday. I'm going to turn that volume down just a little bit.
Yes.
Because I love you, but
it's a little much
right now. And it's late at night. So we're going to tone it down a little. But I do love her. She's so sweet and she's just fun. And Mel put in Jada's channel. So if you're interested in learning how to make these mittens, they were really easy. She breaks it down super simple. And you kind of customize them for your own hands. Like they fit my hands just perfect. because you measure it as you go. You know what I mean?
Oh, got you. Yeah, yeah. Now I have made mittens before. I haven't made many, but I've made a pair of mittens before. It was Moogly Blog, which I actually did not link in our slides, but Moogly Blog has this pair of mittens that you can make with chunky yarn,
Oh,
and I made them with for my daughter, and they work out well, except for she's got like her middle finger on one hand because we both have long fingers, so she got her middle finger on one hand sticking up out of that thing. She goes, Mom, I'm constantly flipping people off. That's
well,
okay.
I'm trying to make my own, and this was as far as I got. And I started from top down.
I love those. Those are cute and bright.
Well, I ran out of yarn.
Oh
I don't have any
no.
more of this, but I also was not excited with the way
Oh yeah, how that sits like
yeah, it
that's weird.
sits like that. So I wasn't too happy about it. So
And you're
and I
on.
did these a few
Spin it.
weeks
Oh, I
ago.
guess you can. Huh?
Yeah. So I did this one a few weeks ago, and I thought, you know what, for mitten week, I'm just gonna let someone show me how they made their mitten rather than trying to figure it out myself. Because I'd never made a mitten before. So this was my first go, and I did it on my own, you know. So I was like, I think I'll just take a lesson. Mitten lesson.
So Dragon Bee Crochet, which by the way, Dragon Bee leaves me some of the most hilarious comments, by the way.
Oh, good.
She said, I have found some YouTubers are easier to learn from than others. I'm glad there's so many choices. I absolutely agree with that. And I will tell you off the top of my head, the people that when I came back, because I took it like a 10-year hiatus while I was crocheting. They're walking all around me, you guys. I'm surrounded. Anyway, so when I came back, the people that helped me get back into it, Mikey,
Mikey's great.
Mikey with the Crochet Crowd. I learned a lot from him. His little giggles got on my nerves just a smidge, but I moved past that, and I have my little giggles and little quirks. Everybody's got their quirks.
Everybody, yeah.
And then Jada, I had to get over the perky part, but I mean, just an amazing teacher. Another one I like watching is Moogly Blog. And I get a lot from Robin, Hooked by Robin, I think.
Yeah, Hooked by Robin is good. Also, TLC, is it TLC or TLY?
Yeah, well, see, I didn't watch much TLC, but I do enjoy her videos. So I haven't watched many of her tutorials.
Yeah.
Fiber is another one that I do a lot of tutorials from.
Fiber Spider, and of course, Bag a Day.
Yes. But honestly,
I've really never watched a Bag a Day tutorial. I just know that everybody else loves her.
Yeah, so she must be excellent. And I only got into Bag a Day after I started really considering doing YouTube with crochet. So my go-tos were Moogly Blog and Jada and Mikey from the Crochet Crowd, and I found a lot more since then. So.
Yeah. Oh, there's so many out there. Tiffany Jensen's new, but she's good. I've followed one of her tutorials once for a shawl. It was very easy to follow. There's so many out there. There is someone for everybody out there.
Like no matter your project, no matter what type of teaching style you need, no matter what language you need, I guarantee you're going to find. You're going to find the tutorial you'll need. And if you can't find it, then you should go ahead and make it because there's a need out there for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a need for it. Oof. No. Oh, actually, oof. Now, Mikey, I will talk smack about that because I hate the coffee, tea, water slurping. Oh, see, I never caught that because that would have been a huge turnoff for me too, Ashley. I can't. If I hear your bodily functions.
I never noticed it.
I see red. I think my sister teasingly says that I have misophonia is what it's called. Like I can't stand.
My sister has it, and so do you. You guys are just alike.
So if I have my father-in-law who I love dearly. He's amazing, but he is an open mouth eater, and so he's chatting with me. And I'm backing up as he's chatting with me because I'm trying to get away from him so I don't punch him in the face.
It's so funny because I've heard my sister say that about people that she loves too. Yes. I don't know. Hopefully I'm not one of them, but Yeah.
Oh no, Lisa knits. I'm sorry. Lisa got had by Nightbot. No.
Oh no! Got in
And
trouble
me
by
and
Nightbot.
Nightbot timed her out. What
Oh,
happened?
that Nightbot. He can
It can be
be kind
vicious,
of a
Lisa.
stinker.
So
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And Yarn We Trust has so many good ones out there. Bag a Day, I found her the easiest to follow. And I bet so. I just hadn't done I haven't
Yeah, me too. I haven't been interested in the items that she's made.
so far.
Just me. I know she makes a lot of wearables, and
Mhm.
I'm more of an Afghan kind of gal, I guess.
I
So
do love watching
I'm
her.
trying to move out of that, but
I like the Afghans, but you know, when you have to donate and you can't wear, but I do really enjoy her yarn hauls. And I watch her vlog. I watch back Crystal's vlog. I watch that and I enjoy it. I just like her down to earthness and her family vibe.
yeah.
Um yes, thank you, Doris. Thank you for dropping in those hooks. But she dropped in some Bag a Day hooks and Hooked by Robin, some people that we've been mentioning.
I
Thank
think you mean links, not hooks.
That's what I meant to say. Yes.
Dropping in hooks. I was like, really?
That's right. Dropping in those hooks.
Give me some of
And
those.
now links are going to be called hooks on my channel.
I like that. Hook up. You got to hook up with this hooker.
That's right. That's right. All right. So I think it's 5:30, so we should probably go ahead and get into the slideshow, I think.
I think so. This was a really fun one for
It
me.
was.
It was
Let
fun.
me.
Yes,
Ooh.
Maribel, she does. She's got hooks on her
You see
mind.
this? My poor little dude is getting accosted by my other little dude. No, mister.
You never know what you're gonna get when you're on a hook to the left channel.
No, he's getting fixed in February. You guys, I couldn't get it sooner than that. I was trying to get it done in December. That little dude is getting fixed. Oh my god.
Wow, Savannah says 12 stitches and I'm done with my rose Afghan, and which means she's probably done now because it doesn't take long to do 12 stitches.
Well, and we're on a little bit of a delay, so
Yeah, congratulations living with
woo!
Savannah Cats and her great adventures. I called her Savannah, but I think that's where she's from.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Ambi's an Afghan girl too. I'm learning to be a hat girl though. I've made so many hats in the last month or two. I could totally see myself making baby dresses though all the time. That's always fun too. I just need more babies. Not for myself, but to make things for.
Yes. Okay, so I guess you guys probably figured out what we're going to be talking about today.
I love this thumbnail. Ginger is amazing at doing thumbnails.
Yes. And she picked one of my pictures where I'm like,
I was just smiling in the picture. She covered it up very well with those mittens. That is so funny. Good job, Ginger, if you're still in the chat.
Yes, amazing. Always an amazing job. I love it. And you know how hard it was for me to find? Well, actually, it wasn't that hard. I was looking for I find pre-made slideshows, and we use pre-made.
Yeah, we use pre-made slideshows.
And I was like, mittens. Okay, so it's got to be wintery. Well, I happened to find this one, and you'll go through, and all these little these little characters that are on the sides, they're all wearing mittens.
They're so cute. I really liked this slideshow. It was really cute. It was very like late 40s, early 50s vibe for me. It made me think of my grandmother's Christmas decorations.
Yes.
Really, really cute.
Cute. All right, I think I'm up first, and then I think Julie, and then we have Ginger slides. I think is how it's ordered, and Julie and I will both talk about Ginger slides.
Yeah, our sweet little Ginger snap.
Yeah, and she was so sweet. She got her slides done. All right, so I couldn't talk about mittens without talking about babies.
Babies, look at them. They're so cute. And of course, babies have to wear their mittens because they scratch their faces with their little fingernails that are so sharp.
Sharp little fingernails. So they need them all year long. The green ones on the side, actually, both the green ones and the one with the baby with the pacifier are made by the same. I think they were Uma Crochet or something like that. No, wait. No, they're not the same people. No, because they're the one on my neck. I think my next slide had. Anyway, never mind. Don't worry about it. They all link to the same thing.
Yeah. So just so quick and answer Ambi's question. Ambi, we usually get them from Slides Mania, but I think this one is a Slides to Go. What is it, Mel? Slides.
I think it's Slides Go. Yeah.
Slides Go. Yeah. So they're just websites you can check out.
If you if you ever download our slides, because the links are all in the slides, you guys. If you ever download them, we usually keep that last title credit of theirs on the slides, so you know that
Yeah, to give them credit because they're not ours.
Yep.
And hey, Michelle, we will certainly talk to you while you do dishes.
Absolutely. So each of these are cute. They're this one here, you can't see it too well because I focused on the baby instead of the mitten whenever I did the cut. But it has a little cuff on it, just like this one. On this one, I love how it's, and I think you should put that on all of the baby mittens. It has that little string to kind of keep them together.
Yeah, as long as you are careful that it's away from their neck.
Yes, don't put it around their neck.
Yeah. We used to run them through their coat sleeves.
Yes, or through the button.
No, like across the back and just through the sleeve. Like you'd have one mitten hanging out of one sleeve and one mitten hanging out of the other sleeve, so they wouldn't lose them. And then when they put their coat on, it would just, the string would go across their back and they wouldn't even feel it. It was under their coat.
Great idea, Julie. I was in Florida. No. I was in Charleston, South Carolina with my baby. So I didn't have the thicker ones. I had the little thin cloth.
Little mitts. Yeah.
Little thin cloth ones. But each of these are linked. I think the only pay one is the one in the middle with the little baby on the side with the white.
Yeah.
So that's the only paid one. That goes to Ravelry. And I think it's only a couple of dollars. So there's
Love to crochet. Hi, Broella. Yes, we're sorry she's not feeling well too.
Yeah. All right, now we have more mittens, and these look so. Oh my gosh! Will you leave him alone, Ro? Can you come put this little dude in jail? Stop. All right, he needs some time out, people. He needs time out.
Oh, the kitty wagon's coming. Yeah, they look like they're like double thick or something. What is?
Yes. Well, I think it's the yarn on those, and I think it's they might use chunky. At least the one uses chunky, but
yeah,
the cuffs on those fold down so they can be easily tucked up.
Oh yeah,
under the jacket sleeve, or you can fold them up, of course, like they have.
Yeah.
But, so they get real nice and tucked up under the jacket.
But yeah, if you live where there's snow and you're a kid. You want ones with nice long cuffs to go under your coat because snow, when snow gets under your cuff and into your mitten, it's all over. You might as well just go inside because you're cold now.
Now those the natural colored ones,
yeah,
they are called 3-hour mittens, and they are made by Make and Do Crew, which is the same people who I follow the hat for that's behind me.
Yeah.
They call that an 1.5-hour hat. So they kind of specialize in this quick tutorials, and they use chunky weight yarn whenever they do them usually.
Wow. Which is one of the reasons why they go so fast. So Hollow Queen would like to know how many cats you have, Mel. Is it 5?
I have 4. I have 4.
4.
3 were intentional. Well, kind of intentional. The 4th one was actually my niece had, long story, my niece ended up with my grandmother's cat, and then she's in a situation where she's not stable enough to have a cat, so then I ended up with number 4.
Yeah.
So I have 4 cats and 3 dogs, so you may hear the dogs chewing on themselves, and every once in a while Sammy will jump up here and you'll see her head.
Sammy's my favorite.
So that's my zoo in my little itty bitty house.
Jess Making Knit says, I like to make mittens that are a little larger than needed, then wash and dry them to felt them a bit. Makes them so much warmer.
Oh my gosh. You lose some of that. Because on mittens and hats, I like a tighter stitch.
Yeah.
Like a half double crochet is the biggest I would go on that until you get to the cuffs. Cuffs are different, but up and around here, I want it to be a tight stitch. So then I went, after I was looking for the warm mittens, I was looking for the easy mittens.
Easy mittens. Yeah.
So, and this one right here, they call Daddy's mittens. So those are, I would say, a very nice unisex mitten.
Yeah, they do look like a daddy's mittens.
Right?
Big and wide, Fred Flintstone hands.
And then these are super duper cute. It looks like they're all the same size, and then you just add the thumb on at the end, because you can see how where they added the thumb on.
Yeah,
is a different color.
Yep.
But then I love this little stitch down here. I love that.
It looks like a bean stitch or something.
Oh, and that one's left in knots. That's the maker of that one. Yeah, I think it looks kind of like a bean stitch. I agree with that, or some sort of split bean or something.
It's
split bean soup.
Split bean. Doris says my puppy is getting fixed in February too. He is also in timeout right now. That's right. And Barella says I have 5 cats and 6 chihuahuas. Am I nuts or what? Well, Barella, nuts is nuts does. That's all I'll say.
Exactly. I love it.
Honestly, I'm really missing having a fur baby, guys. I'm really missing it. Some days I miss it more than others, but
yeah, I'm with you. But I also understand not missing the poop.
My son said that. He goes, well, I don't miss cleaning up the poop.
Yes.
So like today we went to Syracuse and, we were at a restaurant and he looked at the clock and he goes, oh, it's 2:30. And then he looks at me and goes, oh, I almost said we have to go home and feed Willie. And, it's like we're still getting over that, like not having him, getting used to it.
And that's one that actually I've talked to Julie about that with the dogs. When you have dogs, not as much cats, because cats you can leave home for almost a week. I'd say they can fend for themselves as long as you have a timed feeder.
Yeah.
But dogs,
you've got to get them outside and walk them, and yeah.
It's a lot more to do. You have to get done with dogs, and you have to, if you want to go on a trip or something without them, you have to make arrangements. And
yeah. Jamie says, no matter how hard I try, I can't get a matching set.
That's okay.
This is the first successful pair of mittens I've made. I tried mittens once before, a long time ago, long before I knew the yarn hookers or anything. And yeah, they were mismatched. Like my gauge was a lot tighter on one than the other, and they just didn't fit right. But these ones worked out pretty well for me. So keep trying, Jamie.
You'll get there. So I also wanted to make sure I included convertible mittens. So
cute.
You can, take off the things. Now I bought convertible mittens. So the only drawback to having convertible mittens is where there's a hole, there's cold getting in.
Yeah.
So they are not nearly as warm as those cuffed mittens that you saw in the cozy warm mittens.
Oh, Eileen Miles says, Julie, are you from Central New York? A native of Utica trapped in the South here. Hi, Utica. It's good to see you. I am really in the southern tier of New York. I'm about 40 miles from the Pennsylvania border. But I know where Utica is. You're not too far from me. Well, Utica is not too far from me. Okay, so pre-K teacher coming out. Sorry. You're stuck with me. But when
I don't have you any other way.
When I thought of mittens, I thought of back when I was a teacher, and mittens are such a big deal for kids here because they're always losing them. They can never find them, but they're the one thing that they can put on by themselves. So kids love mittens. And they make a great gift for little kids who live like in a cold place like here. But just like socks, one always seems to get lost and you can never have too many. But I thought combining mittens with a book about mittens would be a fun gift idea. So I found a few mitten books that I, as a former pre-K teacher, could highly recommend, and then some mitten patterns that can kind of go with them. So the first book is called 3 Little Kittens by Paul Galdone. And so I've also linked a pattern for the woodland mittens that are really cute too. And these are all child-sized mittens. So
okay,
I thought they were really cute.
They're cute. I love the little ribbing.
Yeah.
Very cute.
This is one of my all-time favorite children's books. It's called The Mitten by Jan Brett. And the story is that this little boy, Nicky, asks his grandmother to make him snow white mittens. He wants snow white mittens. And she's like, honey, if I make you snow white mittens, you'll lose one and then you'll never find it in the snow. It's going to blend in. But she made him anyway. And sure enough, the first day he lost one of his mittens, and the animals of the forest find the mitten, and it's very cold out. So one by one, like it starts with the mouse, they crawl inside the mitten trying to stay warm. And by the end of the story, the bear gets into the mitten. So it's just a really funny story about all these little animals that climb into this mitten. So I thought that the fox mittens would just kind of really go along well with this story. So
those are so
they're really, really cute. So this is a free crochet pattern with the fox mittens. I thought they were adorable. So
I was looking at, give me a second here. I'm gonna kind of move out of this because I'm gonna go back. I was looking at this, and one thing, and now this doesn't always work with children anyway, but right here you can almost put a button on the end of these so that you can button them together, because it looks like that is double crochet.
Yep.
So just a thought.
Well, in one of my next slides, there's a really great solution to the one mitten problem. So yeah, so one mitten is the story about a girl who loses her mitten, and she gets very creative of what you can do with one mitten. So it's a cute story. Aww. But the pattern, the pattern here from Annie's Craft Store, which I think is all red heart, right? Is it Annie's all red heart?
No.
Or what is
they
Annie?
have their own
is that line. Knit and Crochet Now? That's their show is Knit and Crochet Now, I think. I don't know. Anyway, they have this really cute pattern where it's a scarf and a hat, like the whole snowman thing. That's a hat. So the snowman head fits on top of your head. And then it's the scarf, but then the mittens you attach to the ends of the scarf.
Oh.
So you've got your scarf on, and then your hands are inside the bottom of the scarf. So you don't lose your mittens because they're attached to your scarf. So it's kind of cute.
That's very, very cute.
Very creative idea. But I thought that was really cute with the matching snowman hat.
I love the one mitten.
Yeah. So those are the 3 stories I came up with, and 3 little mitten projects that would make gifts for little people.
For little ones.
Ones.
I thought about doing what did I do? Oh, I must have clicked on it. Hang on a minute. Y'all can't see that. I clicked on it. All right. Here we go.
So these are just some more ideas for mittens for kids that I just thought were cute. They're all animal type mittens. So you've got the alligator and the sharks, and these other ones, they look like paws. I thought that was really cute. They have the little appliques on them, the pink appliques to make them look like paws. So you've got like a cat and a raccoon. Mm-hmm. It's just really cute. When you're a little kid, you can do such cute things. I'd look probably pretty silly walking around wearing sharp.
Perhaps, but I would love it. I would. I'd be like, I want to know her.
So I'm guessing this is Ginger. Is this Ginger's?
Oh, is it? Okay.
Not mine.
So I saw this. I thought this was pretty cool. I wish I had some examples of these. I have the mitten. I think the Jaden Stitches mittens, those are top down, right?
No, these were cuff up.
Oh, okay. And that's the only way I've ever made mittens was cuff up.
Yeah.
I have not made top down mittens, and I almost feel like I would probably like top down mittens more.
Yeah, it's kind of just like making a hat.
Yeah.
And then you just, you know how you have to make the little chain for your thumb hole. But yeah, so this one was top down. Not that there's a pattern for it.
Wait, let me see. Hang on. I can't see. Which one was it? The teal one? Oh, that one? Okay.
Yeah, that one I made top down, and then this one was cuff up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
I'm gonna have to perfect my mitten. I'm not pleased with my personal mitten. I like Jada's mittens.
You like Jada's better?
Yeah, I like Jada's better.
All right, let me go back to the slideshow. And then it goes the flat piece to sew together. So are there any others that you can think of? I honestly, that looks like that covers it all to me. What about you, Julie? Have you known how else would you make one? You either go
I don't know
this
how
way
else you
or
would make them.
yeah.
I can't think of another way to do it.
I can't either.
Unless you have a magic wand.
Well, if y'all think of something, let us know. But
Let
I'm
us
gonna
know. I'd be interested.
yeah. Okay.
So top-down mittens. Oh, I love those sunset mittens. Those are pretty.
Yeah, those call your name. Those bright colors, the
Yeah,
yellow right
they
up at the
really
top.
do.
See, I was liking the Norse crochet mittens because those look
Ooh,
like some cozy mittens.
they do.
Now that has to be the yarn really lending itself because it looks felted, like
It
like
does.
our viewer was saying earlier, and I'm sorry I can't remember who said that, but where they wash it so it gets a little felted, and it
Mhm.
feels like when it's felted, it fills in all those little holes that
It
crochet
does.
marks.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you were going to felt it, you'd have to have some wool, at least some wool.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Ginger says they're both by the Loopy Lamb.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I
And
love the Loopy Lamb.
I know I see at least one Furls crochet hook. The other one, I'm not sure if that's a Furls or not.
Yeah, I don't know. The one on the teal.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's a Furls or not.
Yeah, that might be one of those super fancy ones. They're handmade.
Yes, like one of the Etsy ones. Yes.
Yeah, they were
Stella's giving me
gorgeous.
a stink eye over there. My cat.
Okay.
Oh, look at those fuzzy ones. Oh,
So
texture. Hygge, hooga, hugga.
it's hooga, I think.
I'm gonna say it 20 ways every time I see that word.
Yeah. So I'm reading Ginger's comment. She says the colorful ones are fingering weight and the other is a 5-weight.
Oh,
Fingering weight seems kind of thin for mittens.
but they would be very close together, so less gap in between the stitches. All right,
Yeah.
Stella, what you doing, baby?
I just mittens to me, like normally I wear gloves. It's got to be really cold for me to be wearing mittens.
Yeah.
Ginger says both are free patterns on her website.
Oh, cool.
That's the
Okay.
Loopy Lamb, I think. So this is textured herringbone moss stitch crochet mittens pattern, and these are bottom up mittens.
Okay. I love the fuzzy ones, and I won't butcher that word again, but I love the fuzzy ones.
I'm pretty sure it's hooga.
I'm gonna call it Higgy because it looks like Higgy.
I always think hooga, hooga.
In my world, it's Higgy and aluminum. That's all I'm gonna say.
You said aluminum in your giveaway video yesterday. I was watching it and I just
Did
giggled
I?
to myself. You did. You're like, now these are just a regular aluminum or something. And I was like, oh, she said it.
And that's the way I say it. I can't not say it that way. So.
Ginger says the pink ones are part of a cal that is going on right now.
Okay.
Hello Queen says she's all about those fuzzy ones right now. She likes the fuzzies. I like the fuzzy stuff, but honestly, I hate crocheting with fuzzy yarn.
Oh, I love it.
I just don't enjoy crocheting with it.
As long as it's with a bigger hook.
I don't
like.
Isn't it kind of loose for a mitten?
Well, it depends if that's a 5-weight.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Ginger says she made one of each of those.
She didn't make a right hand and a left hand. She made all left-handed. I honestly
just going to keep one hand in her pocket at all times.
That's right.
Jenny Smith says,
hey, what's that song by Alanis Morissette? I got a hand in my pocket.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's Jagged Little Pill.
Could be. Jenny Smith says it's, oh wait, I lost her comment. There it is. There's a tutorial for mittens, crocheted flat. Seam the sides and add the thumb as you're seaming the sides up by bee-hooked crochet and knitting. Yeah, so that would be a flat one, right?
What? Oh, wait, what now? Repeat that. I'm looking up the lyrics to Jagged Little Pill by Alanis Morissette.
Oh, Jenny says there's a tutorial for mittens crocheted flat. Seam the sides and add the thumb as you're seaming the sides up. and by Be Hooked. So I think
Ooh,
that was one of the three options that we
it
were talking
is.
about. Yeah.
Yeah, you do the flat and then you sew them together. And I need to check that out because I like Be Hooked is another great teacher, I think.
Yeah. Ginger wants to remind everybody that the pictures are all have clickable links on them,
Oh
and
yes.
they're all awesome. So these are flat pieced sewed together mittens, which it sounds kind of similar to what Jenny was talking about.
Yeah.
Boy, those look really cozy.
That
Those
I
look
agree. And
really cozy.
I love the cuff being a different color.
It looks like a linen stitch. I'm trying to maybe not.
Hang on a minute. Are you talking about the gray or the pink?
I think they're the same, aren't they?
Yeah, they're the same. They're the same. So cute and cozy free mittens patterns.
Maybe not. I'm not so good at the smaller stitches. I'm not so good at knowing
Oh,
what they
this
are.
is. Oh no. Okay,
It's like
so
a nice tight weave, though. Just making it says it's so freaking cold here that I won't make mittens if they don't have wool. I also spin, so I kind of like doing the whole start to finish, including making the yarn. Jess, I would love to see that. That would be so cool to watch, right from like sheep or alpaca or whatever
yes,
to the product. I would love to see that. That's so cool to me.
it is. It looks like a spiked single crochet. So they do half doubles, back loop only, skip stitches, space stitches, the spiked single crochet and spiked single
Okay.
crochet together is
So
what they're using
spike is where you go down into the row below,
into
right?
the row, one or two rows below. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah. So kind of similar to yeah,
Oh, but those look nice and cozy. I
they
tell you,
do.
yeah, they look.
So Jamie says, "What about latte cakes, Julie? It's a different kind of fuzzy. I have never crocheted with latte cakes.
It's like a
I
hairy more than
It
a
is.
fuzzy.
Every time I see them, that's exactly what I think. It's like one of those dogs that have like it looks like
You know what I
human
think
hair.
of? Snuffleupagus. I made a blanket out of that, and I kept thinking I'm making Snuffleupagus. You know
What
who
did
I'm
you
talking
think about
about?
it? Was it super soft?
Well, it's very yeah, it's very soft. It's one of my favorite. I like and you know this. I'm not a big Karen Cakes fan, but this one is one of the ones that the latte cakes I really like. It's super duper soft, and in fact, I just got a text from my mom, where the girl whose son I made it for. Oh my gosh, what the heck? Ooh, Stella didn't like the other cats, you guys, and they're fighting right behind me because Ipit's been sleeping behind me right now.
Oh
Anyway,
my goodness.
drama.
Drama in the house.
That's right. Okay. So the text that I got from my mom about the latte cakes, from the mother of the boy that I made it for, says, "Hi Deb. The past few nights, Kellen, that's his name, Kellen, has been sleeping with the blanket that Melody, because I
Yeah.
hear somebody has a baby that I remotely know, they get a blanket.
Yeah.
Made for him, and he loves it. It is so soft and cuddly. I was saving it because I didn't want it to get ruined, but he's loving it. Please tell her I said thank you, blah blah blah. But so it is crazy soft whenever you get it out.
Oh,
It's
that's
really
so
cute.
nice. Yeah.
That's
This
when go ahead.
I'm loving this little baby blanket that I made with that Karen Simply Soft because it is just
Yes.
so
And it was
soft.
tough for me to give away that super soft baby blanket because I'm like, can I just cuddle with it every night?
I know. I know. I need someone to have a baby boy soon.
That's there you go. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, Ginger,
Oh,
these are gorgeous.
absolutely. So beautiful.
I love the colorway, and you can tell they're not going to be the same color, but that doesn't even matter because it's so beautiful.
No, they're beautiful.
Oh my gosh. Outstandingcrochet.com. Those are gorgeous. I love that leaf. And this would almost look good like with like an oatmeal instead of ivory. And then
Yeah.
like fall colors, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
browns to oranges to dark greens or dark yellows.
Right. Oh,
I'm
yeah. Like
pretty.
fall colors. Oh, that'd be beautiful.
Yes.
Or
Yes.
Canadian colors. You could do red and white.
You could. Yeah, you could because the maple leaf. Absolutely. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. I don't know. Does Ginger say anything about? She may have gone to bed. I hope she has. But did she say anything?
I don't know. Let me see. I'll scroll through. She says these are her oh no, the other ones were the moss stitch, and that was her second fave. Oh boy, we are way behind in the chat, guys.
Are we?
A little bit. No, she doesn't say anything about these ones.
Okay.
Ambi keeps putting up lyrics to Hand in My Pocket.
Oh, thank you. Was it Jagged Little Pill?
It is. It is.
Okay.
She says, Harley Quinn says, Alanis fan. Alanis Morissette. Did you know she was in that show that was on Nickelodeon? Alanis Morissette. Where they slime each other. Do you remember that show where they would slime each other?
I remember. I don't remember the name of it, but it was like a dare show, or like they had to go through this obstacle course.
Yeah, it was just like a weird kid show, but she was on it. I remember that.
I don't remember.
I remember her. She was on that show, and then she blew up big.
Yeah,
I was like, she's a lot different than she was when she was on that show when she was about 10.
The Yarn Fairy says those mosaic mittens are gorgeous, but I'd rather knit them than try to do it in crochet. Got you. What?
Yeah, I honestly can agree with that.
Oh, Zoom. I'm so sorry about that. Ginger's yelling at us that it's called Zoom.
Oh, the show is called Zoom. Okay, so of course Ginger would remember that show.
Yes.
You can't do that on television. That's what it was called.
Oh, got you.
It was filmed in Ottawa, where she's from. Yes, you can't do that on television. Yes, I remember her being on that show. Okay, I'm not crazy. Well, I might be, but not because
jury's still out on that. But
hey, Janine, it's good to see you. I just cannot fathom the Tunisian crochet.
Ooh, but that's gorgeous, though. I actually am kind of loving those two colors the Tunisian put together. So I guess how you get those two colors is the you go one way in one color and then you come back in another color, right?
Okay, I guess
that's what it looks like.
I haven't tried Tunisian mosaic or color changing at all. I'm so new to Tunisian. I'm just you and I are in that same boat of newness
with the cramping hands, and I'm like, oh gosh, I'm not used to this.
Yeah, I know. And for me, it's kind of a knife grip too, which I'm not used to. And then you've got this long hook, and you're kind of like working from like this far end of the hook. You know what I mean? And I usually choke up on my hook a lot. So
yes, and I learned that I had to stop doing that. Now I still do up on a Tunisian hook, but I did have to learn. I stopped doing that. That's why I go back to. I mentioned this earlier today, but I have my entrelac that I was doing that I still need to finish.
Yeah.
I use a regular size hook for that, like a
yeah, you don't need a Tunisian for it.
So much easier to do entrelac than straight up Tunisian, but that's just because of muscle memory, I think, more than anything else. But those are gorgeous.
I think we've got another visitor in the chat. If someone wants to get rid of him.
Let me bring up my chat here.
And if you're in the chat and you're not typing in English, we can't understand you. So we have no choice but to remove you because we don't know what you're saying and it might not be nice. So we have to remove you. So
and it's not to be disrespectful. We just need to be respectful of what I'm sticking my foot in my mouth. But
that's okay. We've all stepped on our tongue from time to time.
Yes.
But I didn't notice that you said anything too horrible, Mel.
Hopefully not. But no, we just like Julie said. I'm just gonna repeat what she said. We just don't know what you're saying.
You don't know what you're saying.
Janine says I missed you guys. Do you talk about us?
I think because she's a little late today. She kind of forgot about us.
Oh, that's okay.
No worries. Don't worry.
Lori's out of the store and back in the car. Look at that. She takes us on her errands with her. She's like,
I know, I love it.
We always go on errands with Lori. I love it. All right.
So Lita is a pencil grip and finds the cabled Tunisian hook easier to use. Well, that's a good thought, Lita. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm a pencil grip, but I can get used to the knife grip pretty easily if I need to. Like with a great big hook, I have to use the pencil grip or the knife grips. So
Yeah, I actually with the big hooks that I'm doing, like my 5, I found that the way I hold, let me get my big hook. The way I hold this hook though, because normally I'm up here on a hook, like very
Yeah.
close. I'm up here on a hook. But the way I hold this is down here to where it actually sits like right here on my hand.
Yeah.
And I'm down here instead on the big hooks. So,
You starting
I'm,
to get a little sore spot there?
well, it's right. If it would hit me right here, that would
Yeah.
bug me. But right here, it doesn't bother me as much.
Okay. Now,
Uh,
when I am knitting and I'm knitting socks and they're so tiny, you know where it hurts? It hurts right here because my pinky finger digs into that spot. Isn't that
where does
funny?
it
Like
hurt? Because I didn't catch that. What? Where?
right in this spot
Oh,
where
yeah,
my
yeah. This
pinky
part.
fingers curl around because those needles are so tiny that I dig into my hand.
Got you.
Isn't it funny, like how crocheting and knitting can like hurt?
You injure yourself.
Can
Lizzie's here. She says, I'm so late. You know what? You're never late. You're here just when
never
you're
leave.
meant to be. It's fine.
It's all good. There's always a rewind button.
That's right. Exactly. All right, let me go back over here. And so those are gorgeous. I love those. And you can get the pattern by clicking on it. Oh my God. She
I
did.
think this is from Ginger.
Yes,
This
it's
is
her
the
friend.
last slide. I love it. I love
Oh,
taking cough syrup when you're sick. On day one, you're like the scientist, you're super careful. Day two, you're just pouring it in a big old glass and chugging it. And then people in the movies who get sick, they look all pretty and
with makeup on.
yeah. And me, when I get sick, there's like dirty tissues
Yeah.
everywhere.
I usually have like a grocery bag with all the tissues
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
it. And yeah, and I probably got a string of snot or slobber down my
Oh,
face. And
mascara from 2 days ago is still
yeah,
deep in the corner of your eye.
my bun is usually, I try to keep up here, somewhere over here, and half my hair is out on this side. Yep. I feel
Oh,
you, Jen. I feel you.
poor Ginge. Janine says she never makes mittens because she hates the thumbs. I will say the thumbs are the worst part.
Yeah.
Dragon Bee Crochet. I cannot manage the long metal hook. My arthritis cramps up bad, but the cable hook works up easily. Yeah, because the cable hook really is just like a regular sized hook. And then, your stitches can go off on the cable. So you're not stuck with that big long hook. I can see where it would be easier.
Yeah. I can see that too. And I switched. Well, I hear. Okay, so I attempted when I was making this square. I
Mm-hmm.
attempted to chain using my long Tunisian hook. Bad idea.
Yeah.
So I changed that and I chained it with a regular hook that was the same size, and then I went back to the Tunisian hook to pick up the loops. But
Yeah.
yeah, that did because my chain was all sorts of. It looked like I was just learning to crochet. It was.
That's funny. I didn't have any problem with the chain. I didn't even think about it.
Oh, you didn't? No, I did. I
No,
did because I couldn't hold the. Well, you probably did a full on pencil when you did the chain. So
I don't remember. I might have.
and
Yeah,
and holding a knife, it feels anyway. It just
that felt
didn't work.
weird.
Yeah, it didn't work.
I've been meaning to ask you something.
Oh, what?
Do you read diagrams at all?
I use them as reference. I tend to read the word things, but I will sometimes if I get confused by
Yeah.
the wording in a pattern, I will flip to a diagram.
Okay. So being a lefty, is it backwards?
That's a good question, and I've never consciously thought about it, but
Because I've seen some
yes.
lately that are backwards to me. And I thought it's almost like they're working left handed. And I thought, I wonder if a lefty wrote that. And it
um
made me wonder. I was like, I'll have to ask Mel. And I've been meaning to ask you for like 2 weeks and I kept forgetting to ask.
and it's funny because I I may flip it in my head without realizing what I'm doing. Or I don't think of it that way because I'm not looking at the diagram as a whole. I'm looking at the diagram to help solve
Stitch by stitch.
something that I was confused about,
Yeah. Yeah.
So there maybe there's another lefty out there that can answer that question.
Yeah, I'm just curious about it. Yeah.
Ambi, I did see where your message came in, and unfortunately, I have not. You can ask Julie. I've been busy, so I left after my live this morning, and I've been out, and I got home at like 3, and I was so busy. Normally, we meet up at like 4 and chat for an hour before we get started. We had like 10 minutes to chat because
it was I want to say 4:47 when we met this afternoon, and we usually meet at 4 o'clock on the dot. Before our live stream. So Mel was out running her errands. Ginger, of course, is homesick. And my husband and son and I all went up to Syracuse because we had to get out. We had to get out of here.
I bet when I get my car back, road trips happening, right?
Oh yeah.
Because I'm going a little crazy here, but
this is what I woke up to this morning.
Nope.
Negative 15 degrees Celsius. I think that's about 11 or 12 or no, more than that. What is that in Celsius? I don't know. 20 below Celsius. I don't know what it is in Celsius. It was negative 15 Fahrenheit. So it was cold here, but it was sunny. And we're like, let's just get out. Let's get in the car and go someplace. So we went up to the Syracuse Mall. Destiny USA is the name of the mall. And we had a great time. Actually, I'll show you a picture that my husband took of my son and I.
Oh, yeah, the chairs. I love that.
We're in this enormous Adirondack chair. It was so fun. Yeah, so we had a good time up there. And they have 2 really good comic book stores up there that my husband and my son both really like.
Aww.
And they have a store called Earthbound that the hippie in me loves. I just love going into Earthbound. So we had a good time and had some lunch and then came back. And I went up with a ball of yarn and I came back with a hat. So
hey,
I made a hat while I was gone.
I can understand you wanting to get out because sometimes you guys get this massive snow and you can't go anywhere for a while.
Well, and we always just like to go places anyway. And in the summer you can go and then you just go to a small town or something and just walk around or go to a lake and just walk around the lake or whatever. And in the wintertime, it's like you run out of places to go because it's cold. So you got to find someplace inside.
Yeah, that's true. Very, very true. But on a sunny, cold day, it's nice because the heat comes through the windows from the sun. And so it's real nice. But I did get some news back on my car. Did I tell you
good. I think. Is it good news?
I don't know. But I'll share. I got some news back on my car. And it's not fully diagnosed yet because they have to fix some parts before they get to where they diagnose what I took it in for. So I'm at that. So I've got to pay for that part, which that's already pretty pricey before we even get to the problem, which of course was potentially a problem and it just hadn't presented itself yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they got to take care of all that before we even get to the problem. So yeah, it's already at about it's $764.
That's where your starting point is.
That's my starting point.
Oh, Mel. That's
that's
painful.
Okay.
But it's like it's got to be done, right?
It's got to be done. And bittersweet news is I got the approval and everything's gone through for my husband's life insurance. So I'll be getting checks from that. Or I get the checks to the account next week. So that's probably going to pay for my car. Not all of it. Not all of it.
Yeah.
I'm paying off the house and paying off this car that's in the shop right now. But so the timing worked out as far as this big chunk that I got to put aside for the car. It worked out. That's what I'm trying to say there.
I hear you, man. I put $850 into my car last month, and between Christmas and that, and there was another big expense. Oh, dental. I had some dental work done. December was rough.
It
So
was
yeah,
fun
we're
because I
kind
was
of on doing
also
the spending freeze. So, little day trips, maybe you have lunch and then you come home. We didn't purchase anything at the stores. And so,
yes. No, I understand. And that was also, was it December that you had to say goodbye to Willie, or was it early this
it
month?
was,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so that was
Yeah, December was a rough month. It
yeah.
was actually, it's 2021 was a rough year in
I'm
general.
with you on that one. If anybody's connected to me on Facebook, I use some choice language to 2021. So
Yeah. Yeah, I was ready to say goodbye to it. So, and to be honest with you, I'm ready to say goodbye to January as well.
yeah, right. Well, I'm okay with January so far, but no, my post, everybody says goodbye 2021, hello 2022, and I'm like, F you 2021. Let's write a better book in 2022.
Yeah, yeah. Some chapters are better left closed, not to be
Yes,
ever opened
I
again.
didn't need to experience that. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So,
Yeah, and Vicky, you're absolutely right. I'm sure it was the labor, the parts, and the fact of the matter is I'm having this done at the dealership. Normally, I don't. Normally, I go through a local Meineke. It's a locally owned Meineke, but because there was on the engine codes that were coming back, there was a recall and a bulletin. I had to take it to the dealership. So on the second part of this, I may be able to get a second, like they can tell me how much it'll cost for all the things that need to be done. And then I can call around to the local places and saying, hey, how much would you charge for this? And kind of
yeah.
price around. So, but this first part I had to get done by the dealership. Amy says, Amy Long to Crochet. Hi, Amy. She says, the last 2 years have sucked. I need a good year. Here's
I
to
hear you.
2022. Let's all write some awesome books in 2022.
I want to.
I look at the year as a book. That's your book for 1 year, and each
Yeah, that's your chapter.
mm-hmm.
I like that. I'm searching for Inlet, New York. Because Doris says that her brother lives in Inlet, New York, and it's really cold there. So I want to see. Oh, yeah, it's chilly. 14 degrees there.
What's up? Bobby says, careful if we complain, we may get self-service car repair bays instead of mechanics. Oh God, please no. And honestly, I'll take a great mechanic in a heartbeat. And if I
Yeah.
and that's why usually I go to my Meineke, because I've been in situations where I had to transfer money and it was going to take, because it was a Sunday, it was going to take, or not, it wasn't a Sunday, it was a Saturday, but late on Saturday. So I wasn't going to get the money in the bank with the transfer until Monday. But they
Yeah.
said, don't worry about it, just take it home and then just send us the money on Monday. Call in the payment on Monday. What car place does that? You
Yeah.
know? So yeah, I Meineke is my go-to around here if I
Yeah.
can't.
Well, that's good. It's good to have a place you can go to where you trust them. We lost our mechanic a few years ago. He didn't retire. I think he stopped for health reasons. I'm not sure what the
Aw.
situation was. It was a personal thing, but yeah. So we've been struggling to find a place that we'd like, and yeah, it's good to
That's
have a good mechanic.
yeah.
Mirabelle is hooked. Says, as a lefty, I have to reverse diagrams.
Mm,
So there's my answer.
there is your answer. That's why I started thinking about it. I'm like, gosh, I don't look at them long enough to. That is good to know. There sounds like there's a market in that. No, just I don't usually diagram, so I'm just kidding. But what so it sounds like what you probably do is like a photocopy of it, but try and reverse it, or maybe do like a PDF of it, and then you can.
Yeah, you can just flip. Yeah, do a flip.
Mm-hmm. Because yeah,
Um,
it is backwards, and it's funny even when I do the star blankets.
yeah,
So normally, when you get to the point, so it's like you for right-handed people, you've got the stitch,
chain.
the stitch that leads into the chain,
Mm-hmm.
and then you do that, and but instead of that it's reversed, so it's actually a stitch coming out of the chain that you go in. I'd have to show you on a screen
Yeah.
to get what I'm saying, but um that took a little bit for me to get. And when I first started doing star blankets, they were all lopsided because I didn't quite understand it because I'm going a different direction.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that was fun.
Yeah.
But I finally got it, and once I got it, I was good.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Once you have it down, you're good. And then by the end of the blanket, it's like you can't ever remember not knowing.
Not knowing it exactly. And I've made so many star blankets now that I just automatically do it. It's just a matter of figuring out how to get started because I'm not good at starting it on my own, starting the star until I get, so I kind of follow along with somebody until they start the star, and then once you get into that pattern, then I'm good. I'm good to go. I don't
2
need
nights this week.
Yeah.
I fell asleep crocheting 2 nights this week.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, while watching TV with the guys.
Yeah.
They're watching TV and I'm doing one of these,
Yep. And did you do
And a couple of times I had my eyes closed and I was just like, I can do this with my eyes closed.
Yeah, exactly.
And the next thing I know, ting, the hook is
I've done that. Deneen says, oh, Doris says, here's to 2022. Chink. I agree. Chink.
Yeah.
Deneen says, so my 20-year-old son owns a car detailing company. It is nice all the connection he has to the trades, mechanics, electricians, garage opener company. We've used a lot of his connections this year. That's amazing.
Yeah, it sure is. We just got new garage doors, and that's a wonderful thing. That was another big expense in December. I forgot about that one.
Oh, that's right. You had, yeah. Wow.
Yeah. December was like we hemorrhaged money.
Yeah. Wanda says it cost me $625 to get my personal truck out of the shop this last week. Yes. Plus $265 for the tow bill. Yeah. Now, fortunately, I did not have to have it towed, and I was scared to death I was going to. But I was able to drive it down to the dealership, get it looked at. And yeah, but I can't even imagine. So we'll see where it goes from that $700.60. I'm holding up my phone like that's going to tell you. Well, because they're going to call me with more money.
Right.
And I hope
funny because I tried it's not bad. I really hope it's,
Yeah, we'll see. And honestly, I was prepared for about $2,500.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I really was, because if it was a transmission thing.
Yeah. Well, once it gets to a certain point, you start to think, okay, is it worth it to fix it?
And it really is. So until it gets to be like 10 grand to fix it, as of right now, it's still totally worth it because the car is in really good shape. Otherwise,
yeah,
it sounds funny, unless it doesn't. But it's not good shape if it doesn't work. No, the body is in great shape, which is meaningful.
Right.
So, and to buy a whole brand new car right now is at least, for a decent car, is at least 10 grand, if not more, because used cars are so expensive. And it's hard to find a new car, period. So
yeah.
And I'm trying to get rid of my car payments for 2 years so I can just sock money away and then buy a new house in a couple of years.
Yeah. But it looks like in the chat that everybody is in the same boat. And I think that's good to remember, because sometimes when these things hit, these financial burdens and stuff start to pile up, you start to feel like, how come this is happening to me? And then it happens to everybody.
It does.
Everybody's out there struggling. So we all just have to remember we're not alone.
Yeah, it's funny. Lita's saying she had to pay over $1,000 for new tires and pressure sensors in December. So, and last year, actually, I had to pay almost $800 for new tires. I have a full new set of tires on there too. So I put some money in the car already. But the tires, that's expected. You do that once every so many years. But one of the things I have to get replaced, just speaking of sensors, is the ABS rear wheel speed sensors. I didn't even know that was a freaking thing, but apparently I got to get them fixed.
Wow.
And I don't know enough about the cars to say, I don't really need that right now. So I'm like, okay.
Go ask Mr. Google. Sometimes you just have to ask Mr. Google.
That's true. I went ahead and gave them the go ahead because of the I know that I'm getting that money here next week, and my intent on it is to fix everything on the car while it's in the shop right now. Like I have little things wrong with the car and just get it all fixed
Yeah.
while it's in the shop. So
Um, Ashley says she's experiencing a block. She needs to write out cards to go with these gifts that she has for these people. They finally came in the mail. And now my letter writing hand is my crocheting hand and it is tired.
oh, because you've been crocheting so much. Oh
Oh
no.
man.
All right, Ashley,
Hel-
here
Hello.
is your prescription. Take 2 ibuprofen if you can, because I don't know what other medications you take. Um, and rest your hand for at least 12 hours and then call me in the morning.
Ah, there you go from Dr. Mel.
That's right.
Hello.
Oh, Bobby, I will Google it. Thank you. Look at that. Bobby's like, Mel, Google that stuff. Yes, I will. You guys are absolutely right. I will Google that stuff. I can always call because I haven't repaired it yet to say, nope, y'all are joshing me.
Yeah. Hello Queen says, PSA, don't ever try to fix a garage door yourself. Those springs have enough energy to kill you. That is true.
Ooh.
I have to tell you, I was terrified of our garage doors. I was terrified of them because, I was just so sure that one of those springs would come flying off because I know people that that's happened to. And when they fly off, they can really do some damage. But our new garage door, it rolls. There's a roller. There's no springs. So I'm
Oh,
so
nice.
no springs. Samantha asks us to pray for her. So Samantha, I'm not sure what's going on, but I do hope everything's okay with you, sweetie.
I agree. Everybody pray for Samantha, which Samantha has put out a couple of videos. They're super cute. I saw them. I don't know if I commented on them. You guys, I just want to let you know, I do pop into your channels, those of you that have videos, and I watch them and I hit like. I have commented less and less these days only because I'm trying to get over and see people and hit their like buttons. I really need to get better about commenting.
Yeah. I'm starting to fall off the wagon on my answering comments just because there's just only so many hours in the day, and I've
Yeah.
always been super great about answering every single one, and it's getting harder and harder.
Yeah, it
Not
does.
a bad problem, but I feel bad about it.
Ambi says for most people, 20 and 20 and 21, the years were horrible. For me, 19 was the worst year of my life so far. Are you willing to share why, Ambi? Did you have a loss? It usually a super bad year is a year of significant loss, and the way that I see it anyway.
That was 2021 for me.
And that was
Three
2021.
big ones for me, and for you too, Mel.
Yeah. So FU 2021. Let's write a better book in 2022.
Getting my pencil sharpened to write
That's
my better
right.
book.
That's right. Let me type it up because I don't want to get writer's cramp.
I'm just going to use a text to speech.
There you go. Oh, that's even better.
Text.
Who needs pronunciation?
Some of the speech to text we have written recently are pretty funny. You wrote a funny one just today, Mel. I don't even know if it was speech to text.
Oh no! So I hit the space bar at the wrong time sometimes, and then I get auto corrected.
Yeah, it was
Really
weird what you wrote today. You said my slides are done. Just the E Caesar needs deleting.
Yeah, and it was.
I was like, the E
typing.
Caesar needs deleting, and I knew what she meant. It
Yeah,
didn't have
because I do
anything
this
to
all
do
the
with
time.
Caesar.
It was just the extras needed deleting, but no, it became E Caesars.
The E Caesars. Yeah. Yeah. Gotta love Siri and Alexa or whoever.
Dotifer says one of our and hello Dotifer. One of our garage door springs just went out. Couldn't find the right side ones. Had to wait a week in person or online when the other went out a year ago. Couldn't find that one. Oh my gosh. Well, and right now it's hard to get anything.
Yeah.
So I don't know if y'all saw Ginger's video for Michael's last week, where they are just now getting all the Christmas stuff. So it's coming in on the shelves for 70% off.
I noticed that. I noticed that there was Christmas stuff in there. And I said to Peter, wow, they didn't get rid of all their Christmas stuff. And then I realized I saw some things that I didn't see at Christmas time.
Yeah. It's because of the supply chain problems that they've been having. Walmart, I just picked up a cardigan there. I had picked up a cardigan in a wine color and I liked it. But then I saw the same cardigan in other colors there
I
today on a new rack. And she said, yep, and you're probably going to be seeing heavy coats come June because it's just the supply chain so messed up. So things are coming out of season. So, yeah, it was interesting.
Wow.
Yeah. I know I didn't feel the effect until just recently. That's
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay. So this is real.
Yeah.
So Samantha's asking us to pray for her because she's a fever from her
From a
booster
booster.
shot.
Samantha, you're going to feel a whole lot better in about 12 hours. I
Yeah.
guarantee it. I go through it with
Oh,
every single vaccine I've ever had, regardless of what it's for. I always get a fever and a headache. And then within like 12 hours, I feel back
after
to
a
normal.
good night's sleep. Redneck Crafter, which is the Michelle I was thinking of earlier. I was thinking of you earlier. Said
We do
my
think about you
favorite prescription is take 2 chocolate chip cookies and call me at noon.
I love that one.
I love it. I love it. Lita saying 2020 was the worst for me. I lost 3 relatives, lost 2 relatives in December 20. Oh my gosh, that is a heavy year. Because at the end, it's the end of 2019, but then you had the 3 happen in 2020, so it kind of all blends together, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So Ambi, for her 2019, her Nana passed in March, like 2 days after her birthday. And then I think me, both parents and sister, we are confident so they think that they had gotten COVID without realizing it was COVID.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I lost my step dad almost a year ago now. It was 2 days before my birthday. It was on my husband's birthday that he passed.
Wow.
And then of course my brother-in-law passed in October, and then my sweet Willie in December. So yeah.
Doris said that she lost her 38-year-old daughter in March of last year. You guys, I emphasize my heart goes out to everybody, but we need to pick up this chat.
Yeah, we do. This is so sad.
Because we're getting close to the end. It's 6:32, and I want to make sure we end on a positive note. So
I can do
it, Bobby. I like what Bobby says right there. She says, I see 2022 like a phoenix rising from the ashes.
We could do a chat pack.
Oh, okay. Let's do it. I don't even know what this is. Well, let's do it.
Oh, these are something that I do on my live when I actually do a live. Guys, I'm sorry about my lives. I'm not sure it's going to last. I love doing the Chicklet Club, but it's a lot of work. Okay.
It is. I understand.
So the chat packs are just questions. Trying to find a good one.
Okay.
Favorite personal achievement in your life so far?
Favorite personal achievement in my life so far? Personal achievement.
I know mine, I think. Once I say mine, you're going to say the same thing. I think mine is raising a really good kid.
Aw, I love that. I love that. I feel like I'm still raising her because she's 17 and we're still butting heads in some ways. So
I didn't say we didn't butt heads, but
I see that in the future. I see that in the future because I feel like I would be a success when she can successfully navigate her own home. So you know what I mean. So I'm kind of perched on that.
I'm not there yet either.
But I think that I haven't hit my and this sounds cliche, and I don't mean this in a cliche yet. I haven't hit my personal best yet. Or my I haven't made that achievement. So basically what I'm trying to say is when I pay off this house and when I pay off that car and I don't have a mortgage or a car payment that I'm making, which will happen when I receive the life insurance check. And I realize that's weird to attach achievement to that because it's from something that's very bitter. It's a very bittersweet thing that I have.
Right.
But, I will own this property in my own right. I will own the car in my own right. So
that's awesome.
I feel like that's an amazing achievement. So, and then I'm going to turn around in 2 years and not fully own a home again, but it's because I need to get into a better, like, more accessible place.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's see what people thought in chat.
So being
So,
me, I like that, Deneen. Being me.
being me. Lisa the Grammy Scattered says raising 5 kids.
Yes.
Denise is
Ooh.
being me. Lori says my children are successful.
Yes.
Um,
Oh yeah, talking about that. My kids getting my GED, which is amazing, Ambi.
it's
Congratulations.
awesome.
Julie, you do what you need to do. We'll be here whenever you can pop up. Oh, I love that. Thank you, Yarn Fairy. That's awesome.
Thanks. Yeah, it's hard because I wanted, like, in my head, I had this vision of what I wanted it to be. And I was like, yeah, I can handle it. I can handle it. And what it comes down to is I just can't. It's just too much right now. So maybe in the future it's something that I can handle and do it the way I want it to be. But right now it's just more than I thought it was going to be. It sounds easy, like just go live for an hour, but there's so much prep work that goes into that hour when you're doing what I wanted to do.
And
If
y'all
I was
need
just
to
going to go on and
understand.
chat, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, but that
Well,
wasn't
y'all need
what I wanted.
to understand Julie. Julie doesn't wing it.
I can't wing
Okay,
it.
that's all I'm going to say. That's what you need to understand about her. She does not wing it. Winging it is not her thing. I think and Amber, not Amber. I'm sorry. Ginger is total opposite. She wings everything.
She wings everything.
And I'm a middle of the road girl. I have to plan some stuff, but if I gotta wing it, I'll wing it okay. I'll get a little stressed, but I'll be okay. Whereas Julie's like, nope, I'm planning it all out. I have a plan. I'm gonna. So anytime that she does something like that, there's full on prep being done. There's full on little things on the side that she's doing. So it is for her. It is a lot of work because she wants it to be professional, excellent when she puts it out to you. So that's why, you guys, if you ever think, oh, it's just a little bit, no, not to Julie.
Not to Julie, who overthinks everything.
Not even overthinking. It's just that you want to put out this fully polished product, and I get it. I understand that.
Oh, thanks, Mel.
But that's why you keep us together. She keeps us together. I'm saying, because
I don't know. I'm gonna try to be a slacker. Told my husband,
do y'all mind if I'm a slacker? And I'm like, Julie.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do it, but I'm gonna try.
We'll give it a shot. Ambi says, I agree, Mel. My best is yet to come. Exactly, right?
That's awesome.
I'm still climbing that mountain. Dragon B says the best thing I've done is survived raising 3 kids, with my oldest being 32, at home, autistic, and diabetic. That is an accomplishment.
That is a challenge to raise and care for someone with different abilities. Yeah.
Yep. And actually, I made an appointment with my daughters. I'm setting up a new mental health team for her with another group in the area. And one thing I asked them to test is to see if she's on the spectrum, because we suspect it's that she's on the very capable side of it, though. So we'll see.
And it's not a bad thing. It really isn't. It's just your brain's wired a little differently, and for some people it's more debilitating. There are certainly people who are nonverbal, and that's hard. But for people who are really highly functioning, sometimes there's advantages. So, it's just wired differently, but it helps you to understand.
Yes.
Your communication.
What is it? And she calls it something neurodivergent.
Typical and divergent. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, that's a wonderful way of thinking of it. I've never heard of that. But Jenny, I read what you're saying there, and you're absolutely correct. And thank you very much. And actually, it's not much, but enough to take care of my house and my car.
Yeah.
So, but thank you. That is a very good point. Thank you very much.
For anybody out there wondering, Mel and we're just one level above Poe.
Yeah.
When I say Poe, it's because you can't afford that R at the end.
Yeah, exactly.
We're just up above that. So here's Poe, and here's us. So
So I'm not getting a really good windfall. I'm just getting enough for stability, to be honest with you.
yeah, yeah.
That's what I'm getting. Oh,
Um,
Doris says, the three of you, speaking of me, you and Ginger, seem to balance each other out. I agree. I agree. And Julie,
we
she
do
says she's
balance each
gonna be
other well.
lazy, but she's still rein us in. There's nothing that can be done about it, you know.
I'm
And
just the boss.
no, it's not that you're bossy. It's that you have a plan and you want us to try and get, you this happens at this time, this happens at this time, and that's okay. I'm like, okay. Ginger
Yarn
says I'm
fairy.
flat out poo without the R.
What's that?
Ginger, she says I'm flat out poo without the R.
Yeah. Yarn Fairy says, Julie, I'm a lot like you, and that has a lot to do with why I haven't launched my YouTube channel. I plan things to the nth degree. Yeah.
Yes.
Sometimes though, you do just have to jump in and just do it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's a saying for that. So, and I've said it more than once. I'm like, well, you just got to poop or get off the pot.
Yep.
And use a different word other than poo. But yeah, you just got to poo or get off the pot.
Yep. Do your business.
And because I have been the planner and the one to think about something so much that it actually hinders your ability to move forward. And that is something that it becomes almost a mantra when I get stuck like that, a mantra to myself, like, hey, well, I just got to poo or get off the pot.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And that's a soundbite that Julie's probably going to take at some point.
I say it. That's not an unfamiliar one to me.
No. Yeah.
Right.
I accomplished in my childhood dream. I joined the Air Force.
Ooh.
As a 55-year-old, I feel like I failed in a lot of ways, but I am raising an autistic child and he's doing good. You know what? I think that we all have those sense of failures or even regrets. I'm not going to tell you that I've lived my life with no regrets because that's not the case. And I have not met a person yet that has been honestly able to say that.
Yeah.
But you do the best you can in each moment. Honestly, you really do. And if that's what you're doing, then you're doing good.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no life well lived that doesn't have its share of regrets, because if you don't have any regrets, that means you never took a single chance at anything.
Yes, I agree.
You know, and
then you're
take a chance and it doesn't always go well, and then it becomes a regret. But at least you tried. You know.
Yes, and if you have no regrets, then the regret is that you didn't take chances.
You didn't do anything. Yeah.
And honestly, that is one of my regrets because I've never been a huge risk taker. There have been times that I've taken some risks, but I've been one of those to always just kind of go with the flow. As far as I not go with the flow, I plan, but when I get bounced into situations, I just allow myself to go into situations instead of driving forward into another.
Yeah.
You know,
It reminds me of that scene in Nemo where Dory is talking to Nemo's dad, and Nemo's dad is so worried he can't find Nemo, and she goes, "What are you worried about?" And he's like, "I'm worried something will happen to him." And she goes, "Well, that's a weird thing to worry about. Don't you want things to happen to him?"
Yeah.
You know, like, you can't just leave him sheltered for his whole life. And I think that's kind of it. You've got to take risks sometimes, and it's scary, but
yes, exactly. And Ginger's, I'm a huge risk taker. I dive right in. I can see that about you. Yes, yes, you guys. And actually, it's about time for us to be closing up shop. So we're gonna go over here in just a few minutes. What were you gonna say, Julie?
Oh, nothing. I didn't know if you wanted to do another question.
Oh no, it's 6.
If we don't have time, it's okay.
Yeah. So
because I know the other group starts soon.
Yes, exactly. So in a minute we'll go over what's going on at each of our individual channels. But first, yes, Yarn Hookers is going to be at Ginger's next week, and I cannot recall what it's I think it's a yarn hoarding or like organization of some sort.
I think it is. Yeah, I think it's yarn organization, but let me look real quick.
Okay, and I remember that because I am releasing some videos. I'm releasing one on Friday and then another one the following Tuesday that are kind of help with that kind of mentality. You know, as we get into the new year, we want to organize our thoughts and organize things happening around us. So there's 2 videos that I'm releasing on Friday and then again on Tuesday. And Tuesday's not going to be because I want them to be close together. So Tuesday is not going to be, not this Tuesday, but the Tuesday after this one coming is going to be a look at video instead of being like a vlog video like I normally release on Tuesdays. So I'll have Tuesday and Friday of the following week flipped.
Okay, yeah, Ginger's next week, and her topic is yarn hoarding. Kind of ironic. And Mel, I think we forgot something tonight.
Oh my gosh, yes. I meant to reach out to Granny D and I didn't. Shoot.
We all just wanted to do a shout out, and I don't think Granny D's here anymore. I know she popped in earlier, but I think she said she couldn't stay long. But Granny D, if you ever catch this on the replay, we wanted to shout out Granny D because yesterday was National Squirrel Appreciation Day, and Granny D loves squirrels.
Yes.
Squirrels. So, she calls all of her viewers her squirrel squad. She's so funny with her squirrels. So shout out to Granny D.
Yes, shout out to Granny D, and make sure y'all go over there. Actually, let me grab her link. While I'm grabbing Granny D's link, so everybody can go and give her a shout out. Do you want to talk about what's going on your channel?
I have a video coming out on Thursday, and I seriously cannot remember what it's about.
Oh my gosh,
I really cannot remember. I will look it up because I scheduled it and now I can't remember what it was.
That is hilarious.
I sometimes am so organized that I don't know where anything is or what anything
like
is.
Everything goes on autopilot.
Yeah, like it's already done. Like I did it 2 weeks ago and then I forget about it. So I'll see if I can let you know what's coming up on my channel.
You didn't need to remember that.
I did remember it for a little while, and then I just don't remember it.
Granny D, everybody, since
it's a product review.
Ooh,
it's called the Crochet Cipher.
Ooh, so that's like a program?
No, it's not. It's not a program. It's like a stencil type thing for writing diagrams.
That's awesome. Actually, I saw you sent us a picture of that. So that's super duper cool. I can't wait to see that one.
Yeah, so that's coming out on Thursday.
On Thursday? Okay.
Yeah, and that's really all I've got going on my channel right now. I've got a couple tutorials that I've got to get filmed and done, but yeah.
Those take some time.
Kind of quiet at the Whippy Chick house for a little bit here while I kind of get my act together and
get your head back right.
Yeah. Sometimes
that's every once in a while our head gets off kilter and we need to get it back right.
Yeah. And my sister calls it unplugging. Sometimes you just got to unplug.
Yes, ma'am. I call it decompress.
Put your yarn and just unplug and chill with your guys,
Yeah. Well, that's why I and I'm not chilling with my guys. It's really just me, but I make a point that so I try to cram in all my like YouTube work type stuff into the weekend. And then so I hold sacred once I get off of work at sometime between 6 and 7, depending on what time of year it is at PM. Mm-hmm. After that, I am done. Yeah. I am binge watching and playing mini games on my phone, and I'm done.
Yeah, brain draining.
I have to hold that sacred because if I don't, my head will go off kilter. So it's become something that's very sacred to me. That's right. Squirrels for Granny D for Squirrel Appreciation Day.
One last thing, Mel.
What?
How's your yard countage going?
I have not finished a skein. So the hat that I made brought this skein down to this much. So I have yet to finish a skein. I did not finish one this week, but that is because I was editing last week, and I'll tell you guys what I have coming and what's on my channel right now. But that's because I was editing, so I did not do my stash buster blanket. I did. So I'm doing that tomorrow, which means that you're going to get a big jump. And I did finish one skein after our last live. So I ended up beating you out.
I think I'm in the lead right now.
But you finished some more skeins and beat me out. So right now we've got, I'm at, and Ginger, she just hasn't put hers in. I know that Ginger is kicking our butts.
Yeah, we
But
don't even count Ginger.
Yeah, she threw away like a month's worth of labels, and I'm sure when she starts collecting them, she'll blow us out of the water. But so I'm at 1,463.53 yards, and you are at 2,467 yards.
Yeah. Well, I told my husband about this little contest the three of us were having to see how many yards, who would crochet the most yards by the end of the year. And he just laughed. He goes, "Well, Ginger." And I go, "Yeah, the real competition is for second place."
That's right, exactly. And I want you guys to compete with us too. I want y'all to say, "Hey, Julie, I got you beat by 100 yards," or something.
So if you guys are doing this, what we're doing, you can save your labels, or you can just write down like a tally sheet of all of your yards. But I've been saving my ball bands, and also we have a little spreadsheet that we've been keeping going. But let us know, what your yardage is. Maybe next week, add up all of your ball bands, because we'd love to see how we're faring.
Yes, I would love to how we're faring against you guys. I would love to see that. In fact, I think we probably need to do a screenshot and make a Facebook post at some point.
Yeah.
I'm just, if you don't do it, Julie, I'll end up doing it. One of us will end up doing it, but it could take me like 2-3 weeks before I get in there and do that.
Well, I've been slacking, so it could take me that long too.
Yeah, that's fine with me. It would be an interesting thing. So on my channel coming up, so right now I've got 2 giveaways going on. So if you haven't been to my channel lately, I have 2 giveaways going on. They both end on next Saturday, so I'll be making the drawing on Sunday. But yeah, I've got two giveaways, and then this week on Tuesday I have a haul, which you've already seen the yarn, some of the yarn that I hauled, but I have a little haul that I did where I went to Michael's before my car died on me, and then on Friday I have something that I have a look at video where I'm looking at a particular. It's a review video, and there is a giveaway. Actually, I'm giving away 2 things that are in that. I think in the one I'm posting, I think I'm giving away 2. It might be 1, but anyway, there's a good giveaway associated with that.
Yeah.
That's ending the following week. So I have that all coming up. So you guys get over to my channel, check it out. Get over to Julie's channel, check it out. You just recently did a review. I know on those hooks that I did, the bamboo handled hooks.
Yeah.
So
I did.
yeah, I saw that come through.
We've had quite a few reviews and product reviews, app reviews, stuff like that lately. Been kind of going techie on everybody here.
What?
I like the tech. I like crochet tech.
She does. But you, so y'all need to find some way to give or do something to the second
place. Good idea, Yarn Fairy. I'll have to do that. Put up the pinned one so everybody can put in their yardage. It's fun.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Okay. I like that. Yarn Fairy. And Ambi says we have to figure out something for the second place winner. For which one of us gets second place, since we all know Ginger.
We all know who's gonna win.
Yeah, but
she can stop crocheting today.
More yarn.
She can stop crocheting today and still beat us, probably.
Probably. Well, didn't she say I'll just hold off until September and then maybe I'll win? No, you can hold off until December and still probably just totally.
Especially December. She crochets like crazy in December.
Right, exactly. November and December, she goes nuts. Which I know a lot of us do, but she just she's so, I guess, prolific in her crochet.
She is. And she never really has to go buy any. She's got like a Library of Congress of
behind her. So
yarn
comes to mind.
Oh my goodness. Deneen says Ginger will have to send us yarn. There's an idea.
Well, she said she's already got like stuff together to send to like me, Julie, and Kim. She just hasn't gotten it in the mail yet. Speaking of which, getting in the mail, Julie.
Yes, ma'am.
Your anime yarn, which is the superwash merino that I got, the Anya yarn. It is packaged. We ran out of packing tape. I've got the label made for it.
Oh man.
So I just got the packing tape today, so we'll finish taping it up. And if
Now those
my
are in
daughter,
Hanks,
huh?
right?
What?
Those are in Hanks, right?
They're in Hanks. They're 3
Yes.
Hanks.
I
And
have got
have
to
you
get better
done?
at winding Hanks.
Oh, yeah, I understand.
Oh,
But take
that's
it
been
to,
enough
well,
morning.
do you have a LYS? I know that you go to
Yeah,
one. Take it to them because they may be able to
yeah.
cake it for you.
They'll put it on Swift for me.
Yeah. I know my local one will cake it for me.
Yeah.
But yep, it's I just got to finish taping it, and then hopefully it's not too big to fit in our mailbox so we can send it out to you. And you don't have to wait any longer. If it's too big for our mailbox, then you may have to wait until I can get to the post office.
No worries, no stress. As you see, I've got yarn.
You do. But it's so funny because I saw this yarn. I'm like, Julie has to have this yarn.
I know.
But Julie has to have this yarn. So,
Phew.
but anyway, you guys, we're at 6:55, and we should probably go ahead and call it a day because
Okay.
of the yarn. Don't forget, we got out there, and I don't know whose channel it's going to be at, you guys, because, like I said, after 7 p.m., my binging and my decompressing time is sacred.
Mhm.
But the Yarny Fiber Sisters. So I'm sure if you look up that word, that chain of
Yeah.
words, you'll be able to find wherever they're live. They go live at 7 p.m. Eastern time. And I know Veronica is one of them, and Jenny or Jeannie, and a
Butterfly
butterfly
Dreams.
and Melissa, I think.
I'm not sure what Melissa's channel is. I know there's Butterfly Dreams and Veronica's Steals the Show.
Chess and crochet, I think.
And crochet. So if you just look up Steals the Show or Butterfly Dreams, if it's not at one of their channels, I'm sure that
If you
maybe
look up Yarny Fiber Sisters,
yeah.
You should be able to find it. So,
Yeah.
but you guys,
Laura thinks it's at Melissa's today. So
oh, okay, gotcha. The one that I can't think of. But you guys, thank you all so much for joining us today. Everybody,
it's
you
so
were so
fun.
amazing. Send healing thoughts on your way to Samantha. Connie, her husband's still healing from COVID. He is finally home from the hospital. Anybody else who may be out there not feeling so well, and of course our own yarn geek Ginger. All the healing.
Good vibes.
Good vibes out your way.
Vibes. Good vibes to all our fiber friends.
Yes. Yes. So thank you all so much for being here. Every one of you have an amazing evening. Thank you again.
Bye-bye.
And you know what? Keep on waving, Julie, because I got to get to the little.
I've been watching The Crown, so.
Yes.
Oh, I think it's like this.